Man, I didn't even get to hit the button, man, because I was trying to operate two things at the same time. But we're live today. Man, it feels good to be live. How about you, Harvey?
It does, man. I think I'm a little frustrated today, man. Um,
I wonder why.
it is what it is, but I mean, I think there's just so much going on, Jerry. Um, Trying to figure it all out, man. Um, with all the fans on or whatever, I just feels like you hire a whatever politician that you have in your community across the nation, and you expect something and you don't get it, and you get frustrated, you know? Um, I just, if you read the caption and you read all the stuff and you look at the picture for the YouTube channel, it means what we're trying to say, man. Is Jerry Jones versus the fans. Like, everybody's tired. We're frustrated. I mean, I think the last time they talked was what, maybe a week ago or so, maybe longer. Like, what's going on, man? Like, why can't we get rid of Zeke? Why can't we get rid of Pollard or franchise tag him? Or why can't we do all these things right now so we know what going forward we're going to do? Are they playing a chess game? All these rumors coming around about CJ Stroud, that ain't going to happen. And if it does, that'd be crazy, but I don't think it's going to happen. We're seeing freaking who else? Bobby Wagner and D Hopkins and all every it seems like every trade rumor that comes out, the Cowboys are associated with it. But I think to this point, man, I'm sure the fans are tired of it. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I really don't know.
No, you're absolutely right, Harvey. It's literally every single day the Dallas Cowboys are on mainstream media. Not even winning a Super Bowl, man, and they're in mainstream media. And everybody has the antidote. Everybody has the answer, man. Everybody knows how to fix the Dallas Cowboys, right? Whether it be, restructure Dak, bring back Zeke. We need wide receiver help. We need somebody opposite CeeDee Lamb. We need an offensive line. We need a running back. I mean, it's crazy, right? And but it is what it is, you know. Let's say hi to some people. Look at this, Jose Pais. I'm on, fellas. Bring on the rumors.
That's what I'm saying, man.
And then he goes, it gets old, but it will never stop. It will never stop. You see, that's why it's called America's team. And that's
Yeah.
why, when we choose to put on that cap or that jersey or that shirt with that star, it comes with the territory. Let's see, let's give some TikTok some love because we do got some people on. It says it's basically Steven Jones. I've been hearing that the Jerry Jones is willing to five up draft picks to help. Oh shoot, to give up draft picks to help. You see? Now, we did see, man, Mike Fisher put out that the Cowboys were intrigued by with the quarterback CJ Stroud. We went live on that one. It was on a Sunday. We're like, why? Is there something that we're not hearing or something that we don't know that's going beyond, behind the scenes, because let's just be real. How long did it take the Dallas Cowboys to get Dak Prescott under a contract? Let's be real.
Took him a while, man.
He got franchised twice, and on the second franchise, they were able to, give him that long term deal. Corey Shirley says, "I've been hearing rumors about Mike Evans linked to the Cowboys. That's another rumor that we've been hearing." Uh,
Everybody's linked to the Cowboys, man. Everybody's linked to the Cowboys.
and then Eugene, right? George 902 says, "I'd resign Pollard." I mean, at this point, Pollard is one of the playmakers on this Cowboys offense, right? Win, lose, or tie, the rumors will never die, man. I think that's hey, man, that sounds kind of catchy, like a frame. I will put that on a cap, man. But let's talk about some of these, man. Let's kind of like let's talk about some situations. You're Jerry Jones right now. You're 80 years old. What do you think? what do you think Jerry Jones is? What do you think is going through his mind as far as what does he want? Because at this point, does it feel like he wants a championship?
There's no doubt in my mind he does, but I think they're just. It almost feels like they're trying to be cheap, but they're not being cheap in the right way. They put these tier 3, tier 4 players from free agency, and some of them have panned out. Some of them are really good. I'll give them that. But there's no big impact, huge impact, because they're trying to save money, but they're signing the wrong players at the wrong time. Sometimes they sign the right player at the wrong time. It's just like, man, what is going on? Like, it almost seems like everybody's ahead of us when it comes to doing all these things.
And you're saying other teams, right?
Other teams, yeah. Like because you got to think. To me, the way for me is you draft a bunch of rookies and you throw them in there and see if they can get the job done. And if not, you get rid of them. But when it's time to play these big time players that, in my opinion, sometimes, yeah, they're good players, but because they're with the Dallas Cowboys, they're going to get signed to this big contract. Like, and then you pay them and they're not really the player you thought they were a few years later. Sometimes you have to, swallow your pride and not take these players emotionally and say, you know what, man, you've been a great player for the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to have to make you walk, man. It is what it is. Or, hey, we have to trade you. It's in the best interest of the Cowboys. We're trading you away. When's the last time the Dallas Cowboys had traded a top player for draft capital?
Well, I mean, Amari Cooper.
No, I mean like a big. I'm talking about first round, second rounders,
Oh,
like a top.
yeah, I wouldn't even throw Morris Claiborne because we didn't give up like two firsts for him. We didn't do that.
I'm
But
just saying, like we don't.
what's up, Hood'em? We're just here
So
talking about the rumors, right? Corey Strell says rumors are just rumors until it's breaking news. Then I'll believe it. And we're at that right now. I think we're at the tipping point, right? Because this is where the rumors are really gonna get really intense because the combine, even though it's supposed to be for the players coming into the NFL, but no, this is actually where actually GMs, uh, you know, GMs, owners, GMs, I mean everybody, even current players in the NFL and even their oh goodness, what are they called? What is it called, Harv? They're sporting agents. They all come together and they all talk business, man. And from here, this is where actually trades start grabbing legs, man. So it's only gonna get good. What right
and
now? I believe the
so
majority of these people already in house. They're in Indy right now.
so I'll tell you right now, and this was a text from Jose Pais, talking about his hat, and he said, "Thanks, bro." I said, "This offseason is going to be interesting. It's going to depend on how much Jerry Jones will cherish his friendship with certain players."
I mean,
In my opinion, I just think you got to emotionally separate yourself from these players, man. And like I keep talking, man, we have to make some decisions on some of these players, and sometimes I think we give them more power than they should have at the end of the day. And I think that's what hurts us. Um, I think at the end of the day, like I love Pollard. I keep saying this. I love Zeke, but it's time to walk, man. You got to give them their walking papers. And people can fight me about Pollard, man, but we have to, in order for us to keep certain players, because Michael we're keeping, that's an automatic. But when are you going to sign him? This year's
luckily,
coming up.
luckily you got the 5th year option with him.
I wouldn't wait though.
Yeah, but I'm
Let's
just
give him
saying.
let's give him the money now, because if not, you're gonna pay more the longer you wait.
Hoodlum says Eagles drafting Bijan at 10. You can book it. They not gonna wait till later to draft him. They're going to get him at 10.
Can
I
you
think
imagine?
they'd be doing us a favor, but at the same token, damn, we're gonna have to stop him
Yep.
twice a year. I think we pick up OBJ and Wagner. I mean, those names have been. I mean, OBJ's been linked to us since last year, right? But it's really picked up some steam. Jerry treats his players like family. That's what hurts this team, and that's what Harvey's been saying all along, man. And I agree on Pollard and Zeke. Running back are always a dime a dozen, man. And if you've been paying attention to Twitter, Harvey's been doing an outstanding. Somebody says no to OBJ on TikTok. Vinny
I
GT.
agree. I agree with him, man. I don't want OBJ.
uh, and then Falu. It's been a while. That needs to go. I'm not happy with Jerry and Steven.
I'm telling you, man, everybody is not happy right now. And if I'm not happy, I'm pretty sure everybody has the same feeling, man. They're just not happy about. Why not come out and say, yeah, when are they going to franchise tag somebody? Like, why are they waiting? They should have known this long ago.
Are you saying that maybe they're dropping the ball as far as having a plan?
Yeah, like, what are we doing?
Josepe says running backs are a dime a dozen. Lose both Zeke and Pollard and pick another one up.
Yep.
And there's a lot of running back talent in this year's draft.
There's a lot.
And if you look at the way it is right now, Cowboys are $7 million over the cap. Let's look at it.
But that
let's look at
that's
let's
what
look
I'm
at some of these contracts. Let's look at some of these contracts. Dak Prescott at 49 mil, DeMarcus Lawrence at 26 mil, Zach Martin is at 19.8 mil, Tyron Smith is at 17.6, Zeke is 16.7 mil, Michael Gallup 13.8 mil, and then Dorrance Armstrong at 7.2 mil. Then you got J-Ron Curse at 6.1, Jordan Lewis at 5.8. Trayvon Diggs is costing you 4.8. Michael Portons is costing you 4.6. CeeDee Lamb is 4.4, and Malik Hooker is 4.3. And then, of course, you got a couple 3 million that, which is Tyler Smith, Brian Anger, Neville Gallimore is 2 mil, Tyler Biadasz 2 mil, Kelvin Joseph 2 mil. So, I mean, from those names right there, I mean, do you think we're gonna be able to keep a lot of these names?
but
How do we
that's my
fix it?
point,
Do
man.
we have the draft picks to replace them?
And that's the thing. I don't think we do that. I don't think they think about that. They don't they don't have replacements.
Somebody
Cuz
said, "Would you? Would you X? Would you? I guess they're saying, would you X out Prescott
I can't exile Prescott because unfortunately like his contract's too much at this point.
the
Like
money man?
it did. Look, you can't make a decision on that right now. Let's be honest, guys. Like you can't. Maybe next year there's a loophole where you can. I think it's a post June. Then you're gonna save a lot of money. But until that point, he's our quarterback. Nobody can sit here. Well, we got to do that. He's our quarterback, man. Unfortunately, we're stuck with him.
Oh
But
no, he says extend. My bad. My bad.
you can't do that, man. As much as you want to push money down the line to try to win, you have to make a decision if this guy's your guy or not. And if you and all honesty, if Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones thinks he's the guy, they will extend him. But this is one of the more talented rosters he's had. And last year, I get the wide receiver and all that. But if you're going to pay this guy money, he should have won you some games in the playoffs. He won you one. I'm just saying, man, because this is my theory on it, guys. Let's say 2 years ago we didn't sign Dak, right? And we got a different quarterback. What I don't know what the results would be. Maybe we go 4-12 or whatever it was that year because we did go 4-12, right? And what would have really changed if we had a new quarterback? And then this year he was out for what, 5 or 6 games? So I'm just saying he threw a lot of receptions. What could have changed? Well, we've gone 8-8, 8-9, whatever it is. Will we gone not make the playoffs? What's the difference between not making the playoffs and making it and losing the second round? other than we get a better draft pick. But as we continue to do the same thing, the first round, the second round, the farther we get down the first round, the more that we get a pick in the first round that's actually a second rounder. No offense to Tyler Smith, they did a great job. They do great scouting. They got a number one pick. Should have been top 10. But I'm just saying, at what point do we say enough's enough? Where's the backstop? And they're talking about extension in 10 years, Dak being, man, if they have that mentality, I don't see them winning at all unless they put all kinds of weapons around Dak. And we've been talking about it. But it's just this, like, what are we doing waiting for Zeke? What are we doing waiting for Pollard? What are we waiting for? Why are we waiting? I don't know, man.
This is where the frustration has been building up, right? Because I mean, we just saw, right, like you said today, Carson Wentz, which at one point some people thought he was better than Dak Prescott. Look at him, he got cut. He didn't perform. He got cut today, by the commodes, right? Let's get a little bit here caught up here. I know Josepa, you said that. Saludos Cantu. He goes. He also says he agrees. Zeke's got to go. Uh, Vegas Dave says extending him would lower his cap, obviously, right? And then Vinny says for the money, and of course says I think we if we don't get to sign no big fish this free agency or trade, I think Micah, Diggs, and Lamb leaving. Get rid of Zeke, trade Dak, get Carr. I don't know, man. Derek Carr is
No.
9 years with the Raiders. He's basically the same kind of caliber as that, right? Hullum says, "What about Jalen Ramsey? Would you be happy with him?" It's a legitimate question, Harv.
I mean, I would be happy with Ramsey at a certain price. I heard he wants a contract extension and he wants to get paid more. I'm
which
not
is
I, I'm not with that.
which is crazy, right?
I'm not.
Um, grow some cojones and draft a quarterback high. Damn. So Ultra Cowboy wants a quarterback already. Fat Lou says, start rebuilding, pay the old guys to leave, take 2 or 3 years. But I'm my question for those that have that mentality, are you saying it's time to start tanking? Because that's basically what you're saying, right? Um, if you're gonna start your rebuild, I mean you got a team that went to a divisional round, could have had an opportunity to get into the NFC Championship. And I'll tell you this, I think if anything, I think maybe even get into the Super Bowl. I think that it came down to play calling because we abandoned the run once Tony Pollard got hurt. Look at the Lions. All they have done is draft wide receivers. Now they got Goff out here looking like Montana. Uh, we can restructure them deal. The thing is not about the money, it's about the cap hit.
Yep.
And don't need to rebuild fourth youngest roster.
Yep.
Exactly. That's Alex. Micah Gallup is being paid as a number 2 receiver and didn't produce this year. I'm hoping he steps up this year because if not, that was a bad signing.
But that's my point, man. Is I wouldn't have signed Gallup. That's my exact point. I'm not saying nothing wrong about Gallup. He's a good player. He really is. I wanted to draft Gallup back then. I wanted Gallup. I thought he was the best receiver coming out of that class. Him and Cedric Wilson, in my opinion.
Well, I know they brought in Gallup because of the routes that he would run at Colorado State. It was ideal for
Yep.
what they needed for Dak's maturation. In fact, they called it that was the first move of the Dak friendly offense, right? Which is that Alex Lopez takes a couple of years to return from ACL injury. And facts, Javier. We have to bite the bullet again for another year, and we'll continue to do so as long as Jerry doesn't learn his lesson. And this is why people can't stop talking about us. Not winning with Dak, we are living the Romo years all over again. Ooh, is he right on that one?
Yeah, it is.
Right after the combine, you will see moves start to happen. That Dak BS extension is holding up everything.
It is.
That's where the frustration is coming out, right? Worst thing you can have is a team that's not good to just get by, but not great enough to win it all. Imagine picking at 23, 27 every year. That's toxic. that has been the story of the Dallas Cowboys, always picking the 20s every year. Wasn't until Will McClay started coming in that he's been able to turn those into gold. Yup, you have to start with all of them. Hoodlum facts. Gallup comes off the books next year. Broda said he had a lot of personal issues as well. I think then his brother also commit suicide, but not this year.
I have no idea, but
Yeah, his brother committed suicide the year before that.
my
And
point, the,
TikTok's
my
kind
my
of going off, but go ahead.
go ahead. But my point to that is, and everybody's gonna say, well, look at the Chiefs, because somebody brought up the Chiefs, right? In one of the comments, and he said, well, the Chiefs traded for Patrick Mahomes. What's the difference? And I responded, I said, look, man, that's a whole different trade than what we're trying to do now. If you're going to try to do that trade, we're talking about different. Look at the draft chart, man. The draft chart says it. It's not the same trade for Patrick Mahomes. They were moving from what, 26 to 10, I think, or 27 to 10.
Correct.
We're moving from 26 all the way to number 1 to try to get a player. That's a whole different animal. That's different points. It's not the same. Not only that, I wouldn't do that trade to sell the farm to get a quarterback that's pretty much the same as Dak, but can run. I'm not doing that. He's got to be very special for me to give up that much draft capital. So, and then you got to think about the Chiefs. The Chiefs learned their lesson, right? With Patrick Mahomes not having offensive line and all these weapons and spending too much money on players where they take them away. And that was Tyreek Hill. And what did they do? They got rid of Tyreek Hill. They went out and just got all these rookies. And guess what? What I just said. Show me you can play in the NFL. And if not, you just won't play. And how did that turn out? That's what I'm trying to get. And Andy Reid, I'm sure in them say, you know what? He's a great player. Hey, man, I appreciate your time. We can't pay you that amount of money. Now, if you want to take a pay cut, come on over. But unfortunately, we can't do that. We got to let you go. That's the business, but we can't do that.
What's going on, Stephen White? Right, he goes salute Jerry and Javier.
What's
Welcome.
up, brother?
And Hula said, and we don't know Patrick Mahomes was Patrick Mahomes. Let's be honest. It's that's a good point. I remember everybody was saying he's a gunslinger, close thing to Brett Favre. We really should list the people that would that were great signings, with the exception of Parsons over the last 5 years. And I'll wait. Damn. Chiefs moved up from 26 to 10 for Mahomes. Mahomes sat out for a year. Great move by KC.
Exactly.
That's something that you've been talking about. If the Cowboys were to go with with a quarterback this year, don't let him, it's not for him to see the field. Let him sit behind and learn. We want Hunter Lufko, the fullback.
Yes. We need to come with a petition, man. We want that dude.
First is Darnell Washington.
Here we go with the Darnell Washington.
It's so funny, man. You certainly started the trend first.
He did. Stephen White did, man.
Yeah, you
Much
did.
credit.
Man. And it's crazy because I've been seeing other content creators now like talking about it. Who could the boys possibly trade for that another team would give up a number 1 pick? Steve White's laughing.
That's hard.
When the last time we drafted a first round quarterback, 1989, we drafted 2 first round quarterbacks. Draft Luke Musgrave trade. Another tight end. Trade a second for Judy. Third round, sign Bobby Wagner and Marcus Peters. Man, those guys are gonna give them kind of pricey. What's up, Rev? Rev Kramer, and hopefully this new coaching system works. It's David. Dad gone wild. Yo, what's up, Cowboys all day? Let's go. Jerry Jones will not see another championship in his lifetime. That's by nah. And that goes down, we see what he can do. And
exactly.
Dak can't throw. He has no accuracy. Getting deep threat wide receiver is not going to help Dak. What do you all want? Relive the Carter years. Hey, well, people believe in UFOs. You want to say the earth is flat? Well, we believe in the Cowboys, right? Let me see. We want the hooker. Damn. He wants Hendon Hooker. And I have been seeing the Cowboys have been talking to him.
I like the quarterback from Stanford more.
I think there's been 5 teams that, and the Cowboys are listed as a team that's been talking to Henry Hooker. But I don't know if that's Jerry or Steven. Because if those guys, Steven and Will McClain are talking to him, well then it's not really a thing. To be honest, we not gain anywhere with our great defensive tackle. Every championship team has one. I noticed that.
Interesting.
Chris Jones does
Interesting.
get that pressure for them. I want to give Dak a one-way ticket on the Chinese balloons. Fat Lou Cowboy is talking pretty good stuff. Damn, he likes you, Ultra Cowboy. McKee is good, so Hoodlum's with you on that one. Tanner McKee, yeah, McKee is cool too. He's kind of
I
long leg.
think
He's
about it. If you hold McKee for maybe a year for 2 years and have him develop into this system, I'm telling you, man. And guess what? If he's not the guy, I mean, you didn't really spend a lot on him and you let him go. You know what I mean? And you draft another one. I'm just saying, like, you always need good quarterbacks, man. And to me, what happens if that? Because let's listen, Rush ain't coming back.
somebody say
Some
somebody say he's a Charger.
somebody's signing Rush. That dude is not coming back. Who's his replacement?
Well, Greer. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you would hope it would be Will Greer, but we'll see, right? Because who made the move to get Will Greer? Was that a Mike McCarthy move or is that a Jerry Jones move?
I'm just saying.
Uh, okay. So Steve White's giving the Ultra Cowboy the fire emoji. He's tall as hell, man. He's talking about Tanner McKee, 6'7", dude. Steven White, fire, man. They like great point, have you? Hooker for 2 years, dude is quick and pockets well too.
Yeah.
Dak been hurt 2 years in a row, man. That is scary because he's
I,
kind of going down.
I told you that, Jerry. I was
He's
like,
going
what
down to
happens if
normal.
Dad gets hurt again?
He did say that. Keep rush and add and keep rush and add the hooker.
No.
Luke Musgrave is the savior. Why are you guys on the tight ends still, man? My sister could be a replacement. Laughing out loud. You're crazy.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Watching all these tight ends, right? And they're right. Whoever said these tight ends are the best they've seen in 10 years, Jerry, I've been looking at it. I'm like, man, which one is bad?
It's a good question.
Or which one is the worst of the best? Like, I watched film on Laporta. Is that his name? Laporta?
Yes.
That dude, I don't know if you've seen the film or not. This dude will not go down. Like he literally like stiff arms people and he's I didn't realize he was that good. I was like, wow, man, he reminds me of Des Bryant mentality, but a tight end.
Man,
So I'm just saying,
I will say this: they have predicted 4 tight ends to possibly be first rounders, which I don't know which teams would be that desperate need, but for sure they'll all go in the second. I think. Stop comparing KC with the Cowboys. Not even close. That's from Vegas, Dave. I don't know where we compared it to KC, but I think that if anything, what we're trying to say is
it's not. I'm
if
not.
you take the recipe that Casey did with the Cowboys, I'm pretty sure Cowboys would probably have a little bit better of success.
Yeah, I wasn't comparing them. I was trying
Yeah,
to. Anyways,
yeah. Conti says we don't have time for that. Javier, we just need Dak and the boys to get their get
we
their
do.
act together.
And to be honest, like when has and this is a big thing to me, right? When shit's not going sorry, I cussed. I usually don't, but I'm
It's
frustrated
all
today,
good.
man.
It's all good.
When stuff is not going right, you know what I like doing? Hey, let's rally the troops, man. Hey, let's get our together and we can win this game. What is going on? Like, is somebody gonna make a play or not? Like, you don't ever see that from the Cowboys. Like, do you see that?
I've asked you how many times have you seen how many times have you seen Dak like when things are not working and he says just tell CeeDee Lamb just going to go route, just gonna go deep.
Yeah, like there's nobody like rallying the troops and saying, "Hey, man, let's get our." head out of our, you know what? And let's go out there and play. Somebody needs to play a play. I don't care who it is. Somebody make a damn play and let's get our together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you don't
Michael,
see that, man.
Michael Irvin days, man.
Like that's why honestly, if Bobby Wagner, if he's for cheap, I wouldn't mind because he has that kind of mentality.
He does have that
He
mentality.
really does, man. And he'll put people in check. That's part of it too. We need people like that. So I'm just saying, man, he's right.
Cantu says, "Where's the caption?" I still think Malik Davis should get the ball a lot more this season. Pollard can't get signed until he proves he hasn't lost anything. Damn, good point, man.
Yeah.
Depth at quarterback, man.
Yes.
Next year's quarterback class is crazy, man. We have three Schultz. We need a Darnell Washington. It was up to me. I'll get rid of the Gary guys and let Mike keep bringing in his own players. I mean, his draft class has been pretty good. He's been able to do some good things with it.
Yeah.
Next year's class of tight ends is even better, which is
Stop. Stop.
it is.
How?
It is, man.
That's crazy.
The Georgia kid, I forget his name, man. That's and that's not he's probably the best tight end from if you're to stack him up this year, he's the best tight end in this year's draft class. Luke Musgrave, this is the name that's been going up the boards. In fact, people are saying that he could actually surpass Michael Mayer, the Notre Dame tight end. Luke Musgrave, 6'5", 250, 4'5", 140. He's a weapon. Ultra Cowboy says, Chiefs draft Luke Musgrave. Good luck, NFL. Shoot. And the Chiefs look like they have that luxury, Harv. Yes or no?
They do. They do. That'd be scary if they get another tight end like that.
At pick 31, right? Because technically it would have been 32, but Dolphins messed up. But I'll tell you this, man, they literally have that luxury because they
'Cause
picked Clyde
they can
Edwards-Helaire and he didn't
honestly
even play.
honestly, the Chiefs at 31 can take a risk. Hey, let's just take Darnell Washington. Why
Yeah,
not?
why
That'd
not?
be scary.
When things go bad, Dak has the deer eyes. We know we've seen we know what you're talking about. Dak plus Zeke are Garrett guys. Ooh. Next year's quarterback class looks good, man. Jose Pais. And as scary as this sounds, even if Jerry was gone, do we really trust his sons? I don't trust Stephen Jones at all, and I feel that he's the actual puppeteer in the whole entire show, man. He's the one that's pulling the strings. He's the one who's saving the money. He's the one who's being real frugal, man. He ain't like Jerry Jones. Fat Lou says, elite quarterbacks make things happen, not these guys. You are right. Dak doesn't need more weapons. He needs a sports psychologist. Hey man, you're talking about the Walter Payton Man of the Year. Brock Bowers, thank you, sir. That is the name of the tight end from Georgia. That's gonna be huge. Dawson Kincaid is the best in this class.
Hey, Hoodlum, I don't think you can go wrong with anybody. Look at the tape on all these dudes, man. How can you go wrong?
A six lineman that's tight end baller, 6'7", 280 game changer guard and tackle are born this draft too. I'm not sold on Michael Mayer. I don't really think the Cowboys need to draft a tight end.
Different strokes for different folks.
Luke Musgrave comes from a NFL family. Dad played quarterback.
Ooh.
That's a fact. Danny White would go get those eyes too, like Charlie Brown. You're right, Javier. I like them all. Eagles drafted Bijan at 10. Watch. That's ATX Alex 1320. Then isn't that what Hoodlum said?
Yeah, Hoodlum said that too. And
Uh
if that happens, that's scary, man.
wow, somebody's actually saying take Wentz over Prescott. I now no
I don't know about
I,
that.
I give Dak I give
Yeah.
Dak the edge.
Now I'll tell you this. When I heard Wentz got released, I would like him as a backup
I mean,
at the veteran minimum. That's a good backup.
hey Cantigo, what were you trying to ask? Because he says, "Where's the caption?" I don't
Yeah,
know.
what does that mean? Where's the caption?
How you feel about the Niners? Laughing out loud. Well, the Niners need to get their quarterback situation situated.
Yeah.
Is it Trey Lance or is it Brock Purdy? I mean, which one looks prettier? Looks like Schultz is heading to free agency. Yeah, I heard he's gonna be a Charger. Jalen Hurts will decline next season, huh? Oh, maybe
What?
maybe like he's meant like he's gonna hold out.
I don't think so.
He does have some power right now.
He does. I don't know. We'll have to see that one. I think they'll sign him, man. They'll take care of him.
Jose says, how many times do we hear it's not personal, it's business, but almost all the bad signings Jerry makes are personal.
He's right, man.
And I'm
There
gonna
should
I'm
be a
gonna
there should be a quote somewhere.
I'm gonna favorite that one. Yeah, Eagles going to keep Bijan from Dallas.
I
I
could
hope
see that.
so. I hope so, man, because I think we'll talk about it right now. We want to hear what you guys think, right? Because everybody seems to have the answer. Well, you know what?
Everybody.
We want to hear. You know what? We want to hear ourselves talk about probably a good scenario for the Cowboys this offseason. I want to hear Harvey's, and then we'd like to hear you, everybody's. Give Dak some Snoop and Willie Nelson marijuana, or we win. Or how about that? How about what did they give Patrick Mahomes? They gave him the shot of what was it?
I don't
Oh
know.
man, it's like one of the strongest drugs out there, man. Basically like the highest dose of Vicodin. Dwayne McBride and mini backs are mighty this draft.
I like that guy too.
Actually, I agree, Javier. Wow. I would love Jameer Gibbs.
Everybody would.
Man, Jameer Gibbs does look nice, man.
Yeah, he does.
Hey guys, nice shine. I got to scoot.
Later, Fat Lou.
Layers by Lou. Fentanyl, but that's basically what they gave him, man.
That's
And
crazy.
he couldn't even talk at the very end. I think Travis Kelsey picked up on it and was talking about. Katu says, "No, sir. Where is the team caption pushing and motivating the players
Team
uh,
captain.
to get their?" Oh, okay, my bad, captain. Okay, my bad. Where's the team captain pushing and motivating the players to get their act together? Yeah, you're right, man. We haven't seen that since Michael Irvin days, man, and it's kind of hard, right? How long can Dallas keep those defensive line stars with the cap situation? Offensive lineman, first round draft pick. Let me see. And then Ultra Cowboy says too many free agents on the Eagles defense for them to draft Bijan.
That is
Ooh,
ooh. That's a good one.
damn, hold on. He does have a point there, man. They need to get younger next to Jordan Davis, man. They need it,
Yep,
and
they do.
and they need a corner too, man.
I think they might go defensive end or corner.
I
Same
mean, they
pick.
at that point, man, you try you. I would say they need to get younger on defensive end.
Yeah.
Stephen White says that purple drink, and then that syrup.
Sir. What is
Ultra
that song?
Cowboy,
That Draco?
they're gonna do it just for the Cowboys. Won't get them.
Wow.
Yeah, Jose P con puro new cat material.
Yeah, man. He was balling it out over there at the casino, man.
Oh. How long? Oh, offensive lineman, first round draft pick. I agree. Need to take O line in the first round. For the left side, yes, sir. Need a cornerback as well as wide receiver. So we've heard it everywhere, right? We've heard that the Cowboys need a wide receiver, offensive line. We've heard wide receiver, corner. This is mainstream media that we're hearing, right? I mean, we're talking about Daniel Jeremiah, NFL Network, everybody on ESPN. I mean, damn, it's all over the place. Thank God the Eagles can't draft. But if they take Bijan, I would love Witherspoon. I I mean, if anything, they're letting
That
that
ain't ha-
they're
that
letting
ain't
cornerbacks
happening, man.
fall. If they go Bijan, they're letting talented players fall.
You,
And
you know what's crazy is that if you look at everybody's cornerbacks and who likes who or what, everybody's all over the place.
yeah, right now Pablo Saul Salceda says take the corner for Penn State, which is Joey Porter Jr. So, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know about him. Did N'Kobe Dean play this year? He didn't play at all in 2022, but they did say he's gonna play this year, right?
Yep.
Did see that?
Yep.
I saw it.
I
So
mean,
we'll
I don't think they have a choice, Jerry.
see.
Like I had to, they got their freaking linebackers from like Kmart or something, and
They
they're free
did.
agents.
Hey,
So
but
I mean,
hey, they went to the Super Bowl. They didn't win it, but they went to the Super Bowl. You don't have to know. You don't have to know how to draft to keep players from Cowboys. Everybody does it to us, especially the Chargers, man. The Chargers have always been that team that takes the players from us because, man, I remember was it the year with LVE? I really wanted Derwin James, and it looked like he was gonna fall right to the Cowboys, but we all know Cowboys don't draft safeties. How about how about trading Diggs and drafting Branch to replace him? Oof. He's more of a slot safety guy, man.
Yeah,
Deontay Banks.
I like him, man.
He has the length. He
I'll
has
take Smith too. I'll take Forbes too. I'll take Rush. I'll take any of
Smith,
those.
Forbes, Rush. Yeah, Forbes actually has probably the best stats and the most pick sixes. I think he has set the record. Can people please stop with the Dijon mustard? I like that one I said to Dallas.
Hey.
I like that one. The Kobe is Kyler Murray height. Oh, how about Pay Diggs? Damn. Giants are going to take the players in front of us. And what's really sad is that we may just be last in our division this year. What?
No, we
What's
still got the
that?
commandos. We still got the commandos, so we're good.
You will start hearing more Drew Sanders as the draft gets closer.
And I will tell you, man, look, in my opinion, it's hard to say, hey, we need O line, we need receiver, we need cornerback, we need this, we need that. But in reality, man, I think the Drew Sanders is probably more evident than anything else. I honestly think that
and he's a
because if
he's an
you
Arkansas kid too.
because if you look, how many linebackers are really top tier linebackers in this draft?
There's some good linebackers in this draft.
So what I'm saying is, who do we have? So LVE's gone, Barr's gone.
Bar's gone. Have you
All
given
we
up on
have it.
Have you given up on Jabir Cox?
I don't know, man. I mean,
He didn't
they
play last. He didn't play at all
yeah,
last year.
he didn't play that much. Jabril Cox, Damone Clark, and we got Harper. Like, if these guys were that good, they would have taken over somebody's spot. LVE still came back and played. He played a hell of a game last year. He played really well. So to me, I don't think we're comfortable at linebacker or cornerbacks right now. So we'll see, man.
Wait, Jose, are you going back and forth from? Are you is Jose going back and forth from TikTok to uh to YouTube? Whispers are that DQ loves Drew Sanders. Steven White, 3-4 maybe linebackers. Alex says, "Are you all going to do a mock draft for the fans? Fans submit a mock draft, and the closest get a prize." Laughing out loud. I mean,
Ooh.
we do have we do have a cap giveaway, right? Pretty sure that most of y'all have been with us long
Yep.
enough. We're gonna actually give this away. I know that Harvey is actually working on the Discord, and the Discord should be up and fully operational, running by mid March. Which I mean, we're literally a day. Oh, we're literally what today, tomorrow, and then it's March. So right during the free agency, we should have the Discord up, and we'd love everybody to
Yeah,
join
so
the
the
Discord.
the Discord, man. I'm gonna put there's gonna be a voice chat there. There's gonna be a text channel, a regular general channel. We're gonna talk about free agents, everything pretty much, everything under the
Break,
moon.
breaking
And
news.
yeah, so it's gonna be cool, man. You guys will be able to be on the voice chat and talk to each other about things. Um, so it's pretty cool, man. I can't wait. We're still working on it, like Jerry said. I'm excited for it. Just give me some time, man. It takes a while because I want to make sure that everything's right. But we'll definitely have a Discord mid March so y'all can talk amongst each other. We can talk amongst y'all. And it's not just a chat going back and forth here. We can actually, with voices and talk to each other, man.
And from there we'll be able to tell you, oh, we're going live today or not. You know what? Go catch this. Go catch this. Go catch this. And like I said, I'm pretty good with getting the breaking news. Like I usually I have some good sources. I can't give out my sources, but I get it out pretty fast. No, I'm here only. Okay, good to know. Because somebody on there said, rep SAJ 636 says my buddy's last name is Mustard. As a joke, I called him Dijon, laughing out loud. So that's why I was asking if you were there. Gifford also, but he's a special teamer. Somebody mentioned about the
Oh,
linebacker.
Gifford. Yeah, I forgot about Gifford.
I like
Yep.
to see the Cowboys run in an order for their for this to happen. Pound, pound, pound with Maulers up front. I mean, that's been the Cowboys' identity for the Super Bowls, right? Which is an offensive line that could block and get the uh running game and passing game going. What's going on, Danny? What's your last name? Danny Teese or Tache? Danny Tache? I don't know. Drew Sanders is hard to pass up on.
It is.
At pick 26, we want impact, right? Who will be the most impactful player at 26? Pay
Say
attention.
Flowers.
If DQ gets to Arkansas's pro day, dude,
Ooh.
when he saw Sam Williams, I mean, it was almost like set in stone, right? Like, and then he looks like Sam Williams does look like Michael. It was like,
Yeah.
wow. Uh, we are in need at linebacker. Evander is always missed when he's out. Then yes, you see, that's another situation right there. I remember talking to my buddies and of course my family, and it's like they we both come to this conclusion. It's like the Cowboys always seem to draft the same kind of players. Because doesn't LVE kind of remind you of Sean Lee?
He does.
Injuries and all that stuff, and staying a little bit longer. Don't get me wrong, I like the season that he put up last year, but he still missed time, man. And didn't he say that about Randy Gregory was about the ability? So they gotta make some. The Cowboys need to make some moves. Sam Williams was DQ's pet cat last year. Yes, he was, man. I think Osiris not there at 26. Ooh, damn, really? Already? He hasn't even got to the combine yet. Are we going to talk about Jerry's haircut on there too? El Chulo? Whose haircut is he talking about? Is he talking about Jerry Jones or is it,
Uh, I don't
uh,
know.
and I think Josh John's going to be at 58. Damn, so he might be there at 58. Danny Phantom. Huh? Uh does that say
What-
barbacoa?
Yeah.
Sounds good with the red chili rocks. Who you know about barbacoa, Stephen White?
What are they talking about? We
I
never
don't
said
know.
anything about that.
I don't know. Darnell watched it.
Tight end at number 6. No. Let's see what this says. Sam Williams was a steal at 56. Yeah, he was, man. Sam Williams was a steal, Ultra Cowboy for sure. 100%, man. Uh, he does far as injury, but Sean Lee was a tackling machine. Yeah, he was. Definitely. Your haircut, fool. Yeah, I think he's talking about your haircut, man. LV should be our floor. Sad Cox hasn't pushed for a spot by now. Yeah, it's true, man. And that's what I keep saying. Like, when LVE went out, guys, like we had some trouble stopping the run, man. And LV helped as much as my LV's washed up, or he played really good this year, and he made up for last year. So yeah, man, we missed him when he went out for sure. And all these linebackers were still were backing him up, but they couldn't. We really couldn't do very much, man. So I live in El Paso. I'm hungry. It was just weird. It was weird, Stephen White, because you said barbacoa. So it's like an inside joke for me and Jerry. So when you said barbacoa, we thought you were talking about what we're talking about. He's like, how does he know? That's why we said that. Jerry froze. Yeah, Jerry got kicked out. He's got bad internet. He's got that cricket internet. Jerry locked up. What's up, Kendall? Kendall, we miss you, man. When are you gonna come on? You haven't come on in a while, man. We gotta convert you to the Cowboys Nation. Let's see what TikTok's got going on. Go Birds. Uh, man, y'all be nice on TikTok, man. Y'all got to be nice on TikTok. Dwight, what's up? Let's see what you got. Wide receiver only. Paying Dak too much to not provide the tools. Yep, you're right. And Stephen White, I was raised by Lobos. Hey, Stephen White, you know that I think I want to say it's a Ford truck from Mexico. It's called Lobos, right? Or Lobo? Whatever it's called. Just got off live. Come on, Kendall. Kendall doing his thing. If y'all want Patriots talk, go to Kendall. Okay, Javi, you had the call. What position would you go with first? Whoo! That's a tough one, man. Um, I don't want to make I don't want to make excuses, but I think a lot has to do with what are we going to do in free agency. Um, I think at this point, how much is Steele going to cost us when it's time to re-sign him? I think it's going to cost a lot. And I think in this draft, we need to find his replacement. Maybe not the first pick, but I think it just depends on the first pick and what's available. Um, at the end of the day, I think we need linebacker. We need a corner. More than we probably need a wide receiver or lineman. Unless I'm wrong. I mean, we could go any place, but if I had to pick, I think it depends on certain players that are on there. I like Josh Downs. I don't think he's going to be there at pick 58. I really don't think so. Once these combines come out and these guys start running 4.3s, 4.2s, and all that, I think these wide receivers are going to start to go early in the second round, in my opinion. But if it was the first pick, man, man, it's tough. I'd probably have to go offensive line. And the only reason I say that is because these guys, look at all the offensive line. These guys have played for many years. We're talking about 8 to 12 to 15 years in the NFL. And I think that provides value. And I think if we get a tackle, or I would say tackle, um, he can probably play the right side. And now we don't have to worry about it as much. Um, and then hopefully some of these guys that are in our roster he can play the left side too, and the other can play right at this point. But I think we need to find our replacements, man, here soon. And if that tackle's available, the one that we want, and he's top tier, I think you take him. I don't think we need to start getting the run game. I think our pass ratio win for the offensive line this year, I think we're last in the NFL when it came to that, and it showed. So if you look at the both teams that were the Super Bowl, the Chiefs and the Eagles, like they were both top 5 in the NFL. So that should tell you something, man. I think offensive line is probably where we go. Um, Dwight, I'm about to put a fat dip in, and then we can talk about picking a wide receiver some more. Oh man, I'm telling you, but I think that comes down to who's available. I would like Zay Flowers too, man. Did y'all see Zay Flowers? I think he was 160, I think, or something like that, and he gained 13 pounds of muscle. So that's crazy, man. Line first, always O and D line unless they freak. Yep, I agree, Steve White. 100% with you, man. We have to cut Tyron as well. Yeah, we do. We definitely do. Darnell Wright is the tackle. Darnell Wright's good, man. I like him too. I saw some film. He's pretty solid. So if we can get him in the second or third round, man, I wouldn't mind getting him either. What about the old line, dude? That the Titans cut. I don't know, man. I guess it depends on the price. Everything's about the price. Like, I don't want to pay these guys too much money. Maybe a 2-year deal, maybe at 2 or 3 million. But I'm not paying these dudes a lot of money, man. But I wouldn't mind getting them either. It just depends on the price. Looks like TikTok went out. Jerry's been out. So who else? You got anything else, guys? But yeah, O line. So Jose Paella, I'd probably go O line, man. But if there's a receiver or defensive player that just falls and he's too good to pass up, I think I'd have to go either wide receiver or linebacker, man, or defensive player, man. Sup, Adam? Late to the party, man. Let's see. Adam, sup, Javi? Yeah, man, just here. Jerry got kicked out. You know, he's got that cricket internet, man. But right now I know you guys see the background is different. I'm out and about, so I got a work related thing going on, so I had to stay in a hotel. So where's Jose? Here goes another GoFundMe for the cricket dollop Jerry has. That's funny, man. I gotta like that. Jerry's gonna be like, "What the heck?" Darnell Washington and Darnell Wright on the right side would be fire. That would be crazy, man. That would definitely be crazy. Can you imagine? Like, I'm curious where Darnell Washington's gonna go. That's a very curious tight end. Do you think he goes? Y'all think he goes in the first and second round, Darnell Washington? I know he's very dynamic, man. But y'all think he goes in the first or second round compared to all these tight ends? What if he slips to the third and fourth? Do you think we pick him up in the third and fourth? Is he? What do y'all think for Darnell Washington if he slips that far because of needs and offensive line, linebackers, all that? Maybe he slips. So you never know, man. The Wi-Fi monster got Jerry. Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on with Jerry's internet. It's always getting him, man. I'm in on the GoFund for me, Jerry's internet. That's funny. I have $100 donation now. You guys are crazy, man. He's a Saints type player. You think so, Hoodlum? Darnell Washington? I don't know, man. To me, I think if you guys think about it, right? Derek Carr, if you're Derek Carr, where would you go? Why would you not go to the NFC South, where it's easy probably to win now? And you can probably get some really good. The defense is pretty good for the Saints. They're pretty good. So if you can play there and add some weapons for Derek Carr, I think that's a good team to win and win early, man, in my opinion. So I think he might go to the Saints, honestly. Dwight, Jerry's internet is like Dak, suspect at best. Oh my God. People do get nervous when he drops back though a little bit. I want power left guard from the. That's what I've been saying, man. And that's Jose. That's what I've been saying. What are we gonna do in free agency if we get Ben Powers at left guard, and then we draft the tackle? Ooh, could be some trouble, man. We could be big time trouble, and then draft one of these power running backs, and maybe a slippery one later in the rounds. Man, we'll be set in a wide receiver. That we wouldn't have to waste a pick on a guard. Alex Lopez, I agree, and talked about that today. Yeah, man, I love Ben Powers. Or if y'all look at, I think his name's Evan Brown from the Detroit Lions. I think he's better than Ben Powers. I think Walt from Detroit Avenue said something about that. I was like, I don't know. So I kind of looked at the film of both, and I think I have to agree with him, man. I think Evan Brown's a little bit better than Ben Powers, as far as like run blocking, pass blocking overall. But I don't know how much they're going to cost. I think when I looked it up, they're somewhere between the $4 and $8 million range a year. So that's not really that bad to get a guard, maybe 3 or 4 years. And then you draft that tackle, and then you pretty much got your offensive line. And then the year after, you can probably draft another guard or tackle or a guard to replace that guy in the coming years. So I agree, man. I think free agency is going to tell us a lot of what we're really going to do in this coming up draft. Hoodlum, when Dak drops back, I get a sharp pain in my stomach every time. Oh, man. I think we all do. Jose, running backs and receivers won't matter without that line being solid. I keep saying that, man. I think you're right, man. I think offensive line, we definitely have to be very aggressive in this draft. But you also got to think, Matt, let's go, the 5th round pick that we talked about, guys, that video that we put out. I think we really haven't seen him play, man. And he has like a 7'1" wingspan. So let's see what that guy's got. We never know. You know what I mean? So um I think we might be able to bank on that. I'm not too sure, but I know for sure we need another tackle just in case we can't re-sign Steele or something happens. So we'll see what happens going forward. Um what else? TikTok went out. Let me see. Jerry says, what did Jerry say? Jerry says internet is out. Of course. It's the 956, man. That cricket internet. Anybody on? All right, guys. So let's see Hoodlum real quick. All right, Hoodlum. If we're running a West Coast offense, that's what type of players we're going to draft. We're running West Coast offense. That's the type of players we're going. Like, what type of players are you talking about? Are you talking about offensive line or kind of rectify that? I don't know what you're talking about. You can get Washington in the third. I'm just saying, Dwight. What if Washington? What if he does fall to the third and fourth? Man, that's very. I think it's hard to pass up that kind of dynamic player. That's another guard and tackle blocking, and then he can catch. I mean, you're right, man. Jerry,
Look what I was look what I said. But
what do you put? Hope nothing happened at the Elks Lodge. Hey,
man, I don't
man.
know. I don't.
Hey, man.
I
Look,
don't. I don't
I
know,
told
man.
everybody, I was like, hey, guys, I think he
The
has like
internet
cricket
is
internet or
painful.
something. And they said they would start a GoFund for you, man, to get you
No,
better internet.
I think it's time for a secondary internet. You know, Spectrum's just not doing it, man. For my neighborhood. So I will get that secondary internet get up and running because this happened. What happened? It happened like what twice
Yeah.
in a span of like 2 days, and I was like, dang man. I went driving around and there should be no reason for this. It's
Nope.
2023. Internet is not new. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I'm back.
No, we're talking about what if
Yeah,
what if Darnell Washington, since there's so many tight ends, what happens if Darnell Washington falls to third or fourth round? Do you select him?
I mean, Cowboys have been infamous for this. You know, for whatever reason, linebacker and tight end, that's kind of like where they always kind of like aim for second and third round. So I think at that point, yeah, Darnell Washington is he's just too much to I mean, you have to go best player available at that point because I'm pretty sure you already addressed your biggest need, right? In the first two picks. But yeah, if he's in the third round, I mean, at that point, you're going best player available. And you know what? I think that Darnell Washington can add a different dynamic. I think that with him, you can actually line him up at the actual. You can line him up at as a mismatch. You know, line him up outside, especially when you get down to the goal line on that jump ball. He can out. He can use his body to box out any defender
Yep.
and come down with any ball that is thrown his way. Cowboys need a strong run game like a Dak's rookie year.
That's true.
That's simple as that, man. Let me see. Time time for a sugar monger Jerry Photo upgrade. That's so funny. Hey, Jose, and that's because you know I've actually been talking to a very nice woman, and give me a. I don't want anything from her. I just want genuine love, unconditional love. I don't care about the internet. I think we got a speed. We get a speedy receiver. I hope not Hyatt in the first round, man. And you know what? We're gonna find out, right? Let's go to the schedule real quick because I sent you that earlier today. Let me see. I had to get off TikTok. I'm sorry for those that were watching on TikTok, but that's why you should be subscribed to the YouTube channel. So the schedule is Thursday is defensive linemen and linebackers on field workouts and measurements. Defensive back, uh defensive back and place kickers and special teams. It's kind of weird, right? How they put them together, but they're gonna
Yeah.
be there. Their on-field workout is on Friday, and then it's weird. It's always been quarterback and right. It's always been the other way around.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Saturday, it'll be quarterback, wide receiver, tight end. So on Saturday, if Jalen Hyatt runs anything higher than a 4.3, I think that he just cemented himself a first rounder. What do
Think
you
so?
think? I mean, with a speed like that,
Yeah.
and then of course, just to kind of run it out, offensive linemen and running backs will be on Sunday, March 5th, and there rounds out your actual schedule. Trevon Simpson is a first rounder or second. He's hard to scout, kind of. Oh, he's talking about the linebacker from Trenton Simpson from
Yep.
Cleveland. He is
Yep.
he is he is definitely difficult to take a he is kind of hard to do that. But so let's go ahead and go over it. Harv, I mean, we've been hearing mainstream media, we've been hearing content creators saying how to fix the Dallas Cowboys. I think why not take a shot at it? How do you think that? What's the best approach that Jerry Jones and company should go for to fix this Cowboys and get it to be a contender, like an immediate contender next season?
So I think number one, you have to ask Bobby Wagner what's his price. I think that is a serious consideration.
So you're saying we need to maybe perhaps actually take this very serious.
Yeah. So Bobby Wagner, how much are you willing to look? We're not going to give you very much, man. You already got your deal with the Rams. How much are you really? You know, well, this is a Super Bowl caliber team. We're missing certain pieces. Are you willing to take a pay cut than what you're actually afforded? And we're being serious, man. And I'd have Dan Quinn talk to him. Like, dude, we're serious. I stay back because I want to win a Super Bowl. It's not about the money, man. Do you want to win a Super Bowl? And if
Yeah.
he's on board and he's willing to take a pay cut, I take Bobby Wagner. The next person I would go after is Ben Powers, left guard of the Baltimore Ravens, or Evan Brown, left guard of the Detroit Lions.
You're saying because you're
Two,
tired of Connor McGovern.
yeah, I say left guard, man. Linebacker and left guard, those two guys. Are you able to take a pay cut? But I think those guys are going to cost anywhere between $4 to $8 million. I'm talking about the guards, so that's pretty cheap, right? So I'm looking more of the 4 or 5 million range, if that's possible, and I secure my left guard, right? Then I would go find my swing tackle. Go find a swing tackle. Matt Waletzko, we talked about him, but we're not sure. So let's get our swing tackle now in the free agency. A pretty decent one. Um, but other than that, those are the players I would go. The other one I would like is Deion Jones. Is Deion Jones willing to play at a cheap rate? Because I think he's made a lot of money already. He went to the Browns. He was in Atlanta, went to the Browns. He made his money.
And
What
he's
about
been with
Deion
DQ.
Jones?
That's DQ's guy right there. Well, so is
That's what
Bobby
I
Wagner.
and
So is
that's what
Bobby
I'm
Wagner.
saying. I'm talking about continuity with this team and defense. So you're talking about Bobby Wagner, Deion Jones. Which ones are willing to come? Because Deion Jones can still flat out play. I saw his film, man. He can still play. So those two guys, Ben Powers or Evan Brown at left guard. Then we got a swing tackle that we can take our choice from, right, at a cheap deal to make sure that we secure our swing tackle, or at least we have competition at that level of who's going to be the swing tackle or start, maybe, right?
Great point.
Then at cornerback, in my opinion, I don't know if you go free agency and cornerback.
I
I
mean,
I I I
Marcus
don't think
Peters.
we.
Marcus Peters is the name that's been thrown around at what is he? What 31, 32?
Yeah, I don't like that, man. And then you look into Jalen Ramsey. What is it going to cost to get Jalen Ramsey, and what at what price? Because you have to ask these questions. Are you willing to take a pay cut? If not, then buy. But those are the linebacker, the left guard, and the swing tackle is what I would take care of. Those are the things that I would do and set myself up for the draft. So if I
I
can
do.
get a linebacker, a left guard, and a swing tackle, now I can take what? Best available. And Zeke and Pollard are not coming back. And and if it were up to me, I'd look at free agency and see what available running backs there are for at least a veteran, something bare minimum, not very much guaranteed money, but for maybe a 2-year deal. Because if I can cut ties with him and not lose very much money, then I'm with that. At least you have a veteran, and now I can get a rookie running back. So that's what I
And
would do, man.
I saw somebody mention about Malik Davis. They want to see Malik Davis
I
get his
love
shot.
Malik Davis. I'm a big fan of Malik Davis, but you still have to have a veteran running back just to make sure.
Hulum says, I think Steven, right? Because he could correct himself. Steven needs to stop being cheap. And you know what? He is very cheap. Let's get Cameron Sutton from the Steelers. He's really turned his career around.
I like him too.
Former Tennessee Volunteer, right? I mean, he
Yep.
went from not
But
from like
he was number what? Number 20, right, for the Steelers?
I believe
I think
so.
he was number 20. Yeah, I know.
If Dak doesn't take a restructuring talks, then he's not a real team player, and Dallas should take note. Hey Jose, you're absolutely right on this one, because it wasn't easy, and if you look at the way that contract was set up, man, they made the Cowboys take a poison pill, man. No trade clause, literally. I mean, like you said, there's only one way out of it. Marcus Peters ain't it. He gave up too many yards. That while I was trying to say, like, he's probably one of those. He's probably one of the more well known corners. But the thing is, I think we already have that in Trayvon Diggs with the a guy that gives up too many big plays. So how many? I mean, it's good to have ball hawks, but I rather have somebody that's gonna be able to fit into the system and like it just for whatever reason, man. I mean, we saw whether it be Anthony Brown or whoever the Cowboys stuck at the opposite corner. I mean, they were always getting burned at the end of the year. So I think overall, I like the Bobby Wagner. I do like the Bobby Wagner suggestion that you put in there. I think the Cowboys should take a heavy consideration with that. My question is, do we bring back? Are we going to bring back? Are we bringing back Tyron Smith?
I would. I would first cut him and then sign him to veteran minimum.
And if you do cut Zeke, you do save quite a few. You do save some money there.
Between Zeke and Tyron, you save $24 million.
Might if let me see, dead money post June 1st. If you were to trade Michael Gallup, I think he would cost you 5. I think against the cap, if I'm not mistaken. Would you trade Gallup?
No, not yet.
You keep him one more year.
Yeah, one more year. One more year, and then this is the year. If he doesn't show me what I want, then I would trade him or release him.
Peters used to be a ball hawk. He did, man. Wagner and Powers, like Javier said.
Or
If
Deion Jones. I'll take Deion Jones too.
honestly, the Cowboys are able to make some of these moves, like low key moves like this, that would be solid players that have played the position at the highest level, like this. I think that you go into the draft with no needs, right? No dire needs. Like last year, Tyler Smith, right? We've already said this time and time again. Then the Cowboys are in a good situation, man. I would like to see, like I said, I would like to see that offensive line get a little bit, yeah, we're gonna have to say re-up, right? Because Zach Martin's getting older. Tyron Smith is already up there in age and breaking down. Tyler Smith is a good building block, and so is Terrence Steele. They're both relatively young. They need to resign Terrence Steele also.
But
Um,
no, but this is what I said. You weren't on, Jerry. Why not get a free agent guard, put him at left guard, put Tyler Smith at left tackle, and then you draft Steele's replacement?
it's a
Because
good
I hate to
question.
say it, man. I hate to say it. The Cowboys, are they going to really resign Steele? And how much is he going to be worth? How much is he going to demand? But
A lot.
if you get the free agent guard, which is going to be cheaper than Steele, you secure the left guard. You have Tyler Smith on the left side, and then you get your right tackle in the draft to replace Steele because he's going to play right away. Now you got your offensive line. And if Steele comes back and he's ready, hey, you're ready. Hey, now you have the firepower to say, here's the deal. Do you want it or not? And now you have the power to say, we're not paying you as much as you think you want. And if you want, you can walk. You know what I mean?
Hello says, keep it real. Make sure y'all subscribe and share so people can see Javier and Jerry on the big screen in Times Square. Let's do it,
Let's
baby.
go. Let's
Love that,
go.
love it, man. And for those that are, if you are new and you don't feel comfortable chiming in, right? If you don't feel comfortable, put in your comment. It's all good, man. We like to read all the comments. We like to take your,
Yep.
we like to hear everybody's side of it. But if you do subscribe and you watch this later on, you do subscribe. Like I said, we have the cap giveaways. I don't even know what I do with the cap anymore.
Hey
My
Hoodlum, I'm gonna tell Hoodlum. Hey Hoodlum, hey follow us on Twitter, man, so I can get your handle so we can message.
so this will be the first cap giveaway, the lineman, and like I said, mid March when we have the Discord up. Of course, you gotta be subscribed to the YouTube channel, this YouTube channel, and then shortly after that, it would be the second week, I believe, of April, right? We said her.
Yeah.
The second giveaway, which will be a True Brand cap giveaway. Pretty nice cap, man. It's the Paisley, right? Is that what they call it? The Paisley.
The Paisley. Yep, the Paisley.
It's a pre-curved cap, but it's a Paisley. It's their new release. Obviously, True Brand is definitely Dallas Cowboys shoewear. So is the Lyman Lead the Way cap. So definitely those are up for. We're gonna do a giveaway on those. So subscribe.
I'm about to put the Twitter handle right now.
Steele will be another one that will have to prove himself coming back. Damn, Jose's true, man. But luckily, he doesn't have to do what wide receivers do, right? Why do the Cowboys get low ball when they make trades? Are you talking about Amari Cooper?
It's true.
What's y'all's Twitters? Mine is Jerry underscore Martinez, and of course that's the main one. That's the Twitter handle at the Cowboys Cast.
And I'll give y'all mine.
Yeah, I believe this is the way mine looks like. Who's to think there's so many Jerry Martinez's out in the world? I never thought there would be
That's
so many Jerry
crazy.
Yeah,
What about Javier Zuniga's, man? There's a bunch.
that's crazy. It is crazy. But just kind of rounding it off. I love kind of like where we're all kind of like understanding like don't get frustrated, right? Obviously, I'm pretty sure Jerry Jones feels the heat, right? Harv, yes or no?
Yeah, he does.
Mainstream
He
media
does.
seems to have the fix for the Dallas Cowboys. I think this is going to be a telling time. I will say this: if you go on any of our social medias, right, which is the Cowboy Cast, you'll see that little segment. It was about 35 seconds long. That little cut up that we did. It was Greeny and Bart Scott talking about the Cowboys in this current situation, and I think Bart Scott was onto something, and so was Greeny. Greeny said I think it's not just Mike McCarthy who is working to keep his job here. I think it's Mike McCarthy and the quarterback that need to keep their job this year. And Bart Scott went off to say, "Hey, if you look at it, Dan Quinn did not take up any of these head coaching positions because he probably saw an opportunity to become the Dallas Cowboys' next head coach, and maybe they've spoken with him and given him that opportunity that he gets to choose if he wants to bring back Dak. If not, he can bring in his own quarterback, and that's next year. So, in the end." If it doesn't work out with what Mike McCarthy has set in place, and they're not able to get the players in the right direction, maybe Dan Quinn and a new quarterback will be the actual antidote next season. What do you think, Arv?
I think so, man, for sure. For sure. But hey, I want to put something out before we get off the air.
Sure, sure, sure.
I need everybody to start following us on Twitter. If you guys can follow us on Twitter and follow me and Jerry if you can. Just for the simple fact, it's gonna make it a little bit easier for me when I start the Discord. Because I'll have to send the invites, but I want to make sure I get y'all's messages so I can send you a straight message from Twitter, and I can we can talk amongst each other for the messages, all of us. And then once I get it going, I'll have the day ones, you know, like Hoodlum, Osea, Adam, and all those Black Mamba. When I get y'all's information, I'll send it, and then we can do a dry run on the actual Discord before we actually send it to everybody. Because there'll be certain ones that it's just us, public, I mean private, and then the rest of it will be everybody else. So just send me y'all's Twitter. Make sure y'all follow us so I can follow back, and we can have that Discord starting on Twitter, and then we can go from there. And I can get ready for mid March for Discord, and we can talk about get even deeper into the black hole of what the NFL is, free agency, combine, all that great stuff, man. So if y'all can, I appreciate it.
Yeah, look, Hoodlum's already on it. I followed y'all. Boom. Jose Paez, I'm just really glad Javi settled down from his high blood pressure moment. He had the first 20 minutes.
Hey, I
Man,
did, bro. I was
Jose,
fired up, Jose.
yeah, we
I
can use more.
was, bro. Like I'm sick of this crap,
Well,
man.
you, I mean,
But
we got on. We were talking about something. You're like, nah, let's do it. I was like, let's do it, baby, let's do it. So,
yeah,
but
so hey, we follow the Cowboys Cast on Twitter. Make sure when we push something out, guys, make sure y'all retweet it for us and help us out, man.
yeah, man. I mean, it's about the road to 1,000. We get 1,000.
Yep.
We're gonna go live. We'll be live Monday through Thursday for sure. Monday through Thursday, right? Because Fridays and Saturdays are. I'm trying to get married, guys. Like I'm looking for the one, right? So and of course, Sundays we could do Sundays. We could do Sundays also. So we get to 1,000. The faster we get there, shoot, we'll be going live pretty much all the time. But for the most part, we will be putting out content. Uh, what do you say? Oh no, what is it? El, here's the thing.
I, I gotta see if I can trademark that.
Steven White barbacoa. I don't know, man.
He said, "Oh, you were not there." I was like, "Barbacoa, what are you talking about, bro?" He's like, "Oh, I'm in Palestine and I'm super hungry." That's why he said that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, it's because like we're Mexican, right? So like when they say, I die, está enseñando toda la barbacoa, that means like you're really out there, man. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful with the Spanish lingo. You know what I'm saying? But if you did say, "Man, I'm hungry for barbacoa taco," well, then we'd understand that. Look at it. Look. Who else?
Wait,
Look,
Hold'em said he was
Steel White. They like that. They like that. Well, maybe. Well, we are gonna do the Cowboy Cast in Espanol pretty soon. So don't make fun of us when we do that. Because we are gonna start testing our Spanish, right?
Jerry's crazy. I'm not ready, but mine's Spanglish, man.
Well, you can't. I mean, if you did it any other way, it wouldn't be fun, man. You gotta have
Yeah, it
that
wouldn't be
Tex
fun.
Mex. If you're not doing Tex Mex, you're not having fun, man.
Yeah, I'd be like
So,
Selena when she did her first like media trying to talk Spanish. That would be me.
what was you saying? Ando muy happy, right? That's what she said, something like that.
You know, it's funny. Like when I was with a buddy, we'd say like, "Hey, why do we all Hispanics? We're like, oh, vamos a ir para acá, vamos a hacer esto. Hey, te miro al Walmart."
The Wally
It's
World.
funny, Wally
I
World.
He goes, I ain't gonna understand a damn thing until what you said. So hey, I'm good at translating, man. I like translating Spanglish here. Okay, all right, Steve Weiss, he knows Spanglish.
You know, like
Yeah,
it would sound something like, a mí me gusta el wide receiver de Boston College, chingue, pinche turbo hasta la chingada. You know what I
look,
mean? Like,
look, Steve White.
yo,
I mean, you gotta love Spanish, right, Steve? I mean, I love it. Like for instance, oh, pedo. How like pedo, right? Like how many different um like, okay, pedo can stand for so many things, right?
yeah, yeah.
Pedo means fart, right? or ira Jose anda todo pedo, right? It means he's wasted. Que pedo means like, hey, what's up? That's the way. So that's the beauty about Spanish. But we're
Yeah.
willing to show it, all the good stuff. Puro Wally Martinez.
Martinez. Hey, you know what? Every time I talk to Jerry, he's at Walmart, bro. All you hear is bleep, bleep, bleep.
I was there last night. Yeah, Spanish commentators be the funniest, man. They are,
Yeah,
man.
they do it. They get passionate, bro. They're like,
They
ah.
do, man. Go. Well, my kids are mixed. Okay, all right. So you understand? Damn, you married a Latina. Good luck to you, buddy.
Woo.
I just say, damn, vaya con Dios, right?
Yeah,
My
con
ex
Dios.
is here listening to. Damn, remember a guy, Dwight,
Wait,
in a lot of trouble.
but this is the question. Is she subscribed and sharing and liking? Is the
Oh,
question. Ooh.
that is a good question. Nah, but that's it, man. What do you think? Look, so right now we decided to go live because obviously we hadn't gone live, but Harvey, I don't know if it's okay if you tell him a little bit. You're not really home, but I know you don't have to tell him exactly what you're doing, but that's why it's kind of hard about going live every day this week, right?
It's all good. I can go live. It might be a little bit later, but I'm at Atlantic City, guys. That's where I'm at. Atlantic City.
She can be watching but not sharing it. Like that means you're
But,
you're 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 a ghost follower. Good one.
uh,
Man, I love it. I love it. Jeez, Louise, you guys are
you guys are.
awesome.
I can't. This Discord is gonna be out of control.
It is, man. It's
When
gonna
we
be
get when
so
we
huge.
get this Discord and we have everybody talking at the same time, this is gonna be out of control, man.
The phone lines we're gonna get that going, man. We're gonna get that going. We just figured out an actual a provider that's gonna be able to do that for us. So we're gonna do that. Yeah, but on the phone lines, we got to make sure like everybody kind of keeps it like to a minimum, man. Because dang, I mean, look at this 1 hour 30 minutes. So I mean, not that we're trying to cut anybody off, but you know what I mean. Like, we want to get through we would want to give everybody an opportunity. But that's it for us, right, Arv?
That's
If
it,
we can go
baby. I
live,
had a good time, guys.
me too, man. If we can go live tomorrow, we will. But if not, we will have content up tomorrow. And of course, like again, encourage other people to subscribe. Hey, man, it's all good vibes here, and it's all love here, man. So
All
we
love,
appreciate
baby.
you. Yes, sir. Look at that; they're already ready. Keep it real, baby.
What did
Uh,
Jose say?
they say we all know it won't be on Jerry's Wi-Fi. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a secondary internet provider. That's it for us, guys. Hey, we love y'all, man. See you guys soon.
Keep it real.